Today is March the 4th, and we're starting with our lives and March Make a Difference. So today I'm going to be drawing David Hockney. He has made a difference in my life to looking at paintings and color in paintings and trying to make things a little bit simpler. So I'm going to just set up my palette. And I'm going to see who else is here. Just need to turn this down. So yesterday we gathered in the morning and did some portraits. If you are here and you are part of our Patreon group, you're more than welcome to come, or our paid subscribers on Substack. But we drew each other yesterday. I also started my week of 100 people. So there was 9 of us in total. So we drew each other just sitting on Zoom, and that was a lot of fun. Hi Rashmi, how are you? Nice of you to join. I wonder if YouTube has that feature where somebody, like, I can actually hear when people write. Wouldn't that be good? I guess I would have to turn up the volume as well, so that would not be good. All right, I'm going to get a palette ready. I'm going to work with gouache today, just the primaries, and I'm going to get some white on here. Let me know if you're here, and let me know if you're painting. I'm happy you're back too, Rashmi. We haven't seen you in a Zoom yet, but that would be really nice. I can't remember what time is good for you for Zooms. I'm setting up a few Zooms for the month of March. I have quite a few blocks of images that I want to have sessions with, and then we have the Monday and Fridays in the morning. So if you're around for those, that would be nice too. Hi Carolyn, how are you? All right, let's get some colors out here. Phthalo is so bright, like, or so intense. It's always, and I need to get some more primaries. I do have Prussian, I have Phthalo. These are the ones that, and I have ultramarine, and I don't want all these blues. Well, I do want them, but I don't want them for today. And then I need, you probably can't hear me because I'm trying to find things, primary magenta and primary red. And they also have the alizarin crimson. I don't need all of these. I have paints which are drying up. Yellows, I'm always low in yellow. Oh, here, I've got another yellow, a lemon yellow. All right, so I have a warm and a cool, and then I have a, I guess, is the primary red warm? I always, no, that's cooler than that one. Or the primary magenta is cooler than the alizarin. But I think I'll go with these two. And then I'll go with the ultramarine and the primary cyan, even though it's a schminke, but I can do that. All right, so I'm going to go with those. Actually, I'll go with the magenta and the alizarin. I feel like that's a better mix. Okay. Ah, goodness gracious, should have done this. Yes, I'm doing Hockney. So what I'm going to do every morning, because I'm still doing my 100-day project, so every morning I will do a portrait for March Meet the Maker, and if I finish it, then I'm going to continue and do my 100-day project, if that's okay with you, because I need to, like, try and squeeze in what I can in the hour. All right, so if I finish my portrait and I'm good with it, yeah. So if on Mondays and Fridays you want to join us, become a paying subscriber. go to Substack, because I'm switching over to Substack in the month of April. In the month of March, I'm going to give everybody who's a Patreon a free month of Substack, so you can check it out, see what it's all about, get used to it, and then I will be switching, because it's a lot of work for me to put posts on both of them, and I feel like I'm running out of time, and I can't get up any earlier than 4:30. Like, I need to sleep a little bit, so that's what I'm doing. So if you want to come and draw with us during the month, and you are here and you are not a subscriber, although I think everybody who joins here is, but if you're watching this and you would like to join our group, then please do. And don't forget to press the like, the thumbs up button. And if you're not a subscriber of my YouTube channel, subscribe, because then you get a little notification, I think, as well, saying, hey, Shar is on live, go see her. I haven't tried Substack lives. I may try that also one day, so I'll let you know if I'm going to do that, just to see what it's like. Not, I won't, I still like coming over here, so and I need some tape, because I know this is going to buckle a little bit. So yeah, so we're drawing David Hockney today. I do have a little bit of acrylic paint that I may just put the base behind his face and then work over the top with acrylic. This isn't hot press paper. This is just heavy cardstock, so that it doesn't buckle. I think I may prep it like that. You can prep it with gesso, you can prep it, but I have some leftover color, so I may do that with my acrylic, just to get, I mean, I could do maybe I'll do that today. Put a nice rim around the outside. I don't do that much. I feel like maybe today we'll do a portrait that I would either sell or frame, but I need to get a nice edge. This one's not, these have been on my table, and they've been getting messy, so we'll go with this one. I know it's a little bit dirty at the bottom. So what is everybody else doing? I would love to know. Thank you, by the way, everybody, for putting names in. I saw that some of you have been adding names to the Padlet. That's another thing, that if you do become a member of our little creative group here, you get a little bit of an input of adding things to our image banks, which is always nice, because then we see other people's thoughts and ideas, and you know, maybe we haven't thought of something. So okay, I don't know how this is going to rip off, so I better not spend too much time on this portrait. They need to create a tape where you can see through, I think, so you can see how your edge is becoming. All right, I have some yellow and I have some green. I think, to me, he looks more like a green guy, so I'm gonna get some of this on here. Probably just scrape it as well. Just want something that's going to dry really quickly, just a base Then I can go over. Anyone painting with us today? Drawing with us? Leslie says, morning, just trying to watch a bit and babysitting wee Millie. Ah, lovely. And Patreon says you're not having Patreon then? No, eventually I'm going to, I have to see how that's going to work, but no, I'm not going to have, I'm not going to do my posts and stuff through Patreon anymore. Well, this month I will, but in April I want to have everything switched over. It's, Substack is such a welcoming place. Like Patreon, you have your group, but it never grows other than if you promote it outside of the group. So within Patreon, you can't, like, there's not that whole sharing. It doesn't feel like a hub where you meet other people, whether you see other people's work. Like, you're over on Substack, right, Patty? Oh, C says she's drawing. Oh, Margaret Atwood. I think I may do her one day as well. See, with Handmaid's Tale coming up very soon, I think she needs a little bit of highlight. Good morning, Reb. Hello, Carolyn. Nice of you to join. Oh, okay. Rashmi says, mornings are good. That would be my evening, and that mostly works for me. Okay, great. So maybe this weekend the meets will be early morning. Although, oh, I have to do one afternoon, one morning. That doesn't work for the West Coasters because it's too early. All right, let's get some paint on here. Patty says, I think it's a good idea. It has to be a lot of work keeping so many hubs open. Yeah, it's a lot of brain, like, it's just, I feel like I miss out on putting a lot into one. So yeah, I will be, but I'll let you all know. I'm going to try and do a little demo of Substack because I think it is a little bit confusing at first, but once you're in there and you understand it, I think it's a really great place. So yeah. All right. We'll see. I probably don't need this much paint, but I can use it for Mexico as well. Hi Tash, how are you? All right, so I'm putting down the cool and then the warm of each color. And now I can start. Just trying to think. I have a couple of brushes which I like just to get the basic shapes down. This one, so I think I'm gonna go with this one. All right, so I think I may change what he's wearing as well. He's gonna have a cap on. I'm not sure if it's gonna be white though. So I'll get his face, the shape of his face in first. This paint is already dirty, so that can be my cleaning paint. Um, so C is painting Margaret Atwood. Patty is painting. I'm not sure who she is painting, but she's painting. And Reb, are you painting? Are you doing a 100-day project? How's that going? And if you posted, I apologize if I haven't seen it. Reb says, in sketching Hockney because I love him, but 100-day project going well. I will post later today. Great. I will check in later today. Yeah, I think a lot of people love Hockney. I was so happy to see his exhibition when I went back. Was it last year to England? So I'm just getting the bulk shapes down first, and then I'll come in with more defining shapes. Just need to get some color on. And now I'm not sure about the green background, but it's given me a good base, so that's good. Don't really want his shirt to be white, so I'm going to make that, I think, a blue, light blue. So I'm changing mine a little bit from the picture. Does anybody know where Hockney shops for his clothes? Not that I want to wear the same clothes as Hockney. You know how some people, they have their favorites. I wonder where he shops. Paul Smith, maybe? Primark? Good morning, Maria. No, do we have any English buddies on here this morning? We were just wondering, Maria, where Hockney shops for his clothes. Or maybe he's a thrift store king and loves thrifting. Who knows? I remember maybe he doesn't even care, because I remember even an interview with Adam Clayton from U2, and he was being interviewed by a music channel here in Canada, and they're like, where'd you get your clothes from? He's like, I don't know, like, clothes are not important to me, but I think they are really. But he probably has a stylist who shops for him. Probably the same as Hockney, probably has a stylist. Okay, I do like the bright blue, so I think I'm gonna scrap this idea of the burgundy and go with the blue sweater, a darker blue. Patty says, I love that he always wears a tie like the Masters. He's not wearing a tie in this one though. I thought he was quite a casual guy. Somehow I don't see Hockney having a stylist. Hi, good morning, Jen. Jen is here from Chattanooga. We have Patty here from France. Maria from Ohio. I know. Reb, where are you from again? I can't remember. I was like, I think I know where everyone is from. And Caroline, remind me where you're from again. I should know. Oh, Patty says, I just realized we're not painting the same one. Okay, well, yeah, because I think there was only one. Like, I just posted an image today. Did you post an image of Hockney on the Padlet, Patricia? How can I see your picture? Caroline says she's from Tennessee. Oh, and Reb is from Houston, Texas. Okay, let's make this a little bit warmer. Oh, there are two Carolines there. Caroline Poulter. Oh, you're up the road from Merrill in Texas. Have you guys met yet? Caroline? Caroline P. Have you had an art date yet? I'm just getting those big values in. Probably should switch brushes, but I just want to keep it quite large for now. And I'm going to actually put a little bit more red in this shadow up here. I'm going to go over the background as well. I don't love the color. So this is not quite as dark down here on his throat. So I'm going to make that. It needs to be darker than this, but not as dark as the shadow up underneath his cap. Carolyn, where in Texas do you live? Meryl says. I'm sorry, but I still can't find the Marche Padlet. Meryl, if you go back into, I put a link in our chat yesterday. That would have taken you there. And you will have gotten an email from me, Meryl. But if you want to draw David Hockney, Meryl, I just went to the wiki page. So it's just the image on the on his wiki page. Carolyn says, is it Caroline or Carolyn? I never know how to pronounce Caroline. How can you guys help me with the Caroline thing? Sorry. I'm in North of Austin in Belton, Texas. And I feel like I've lost, okay, I need to come back over here and I need to adjust his face. His face is moving very slowly. Let's just get some blocks of value in. I pulled this down way too low, so I'm going to have to come back in over there. There's some nice shadows from his glasses as well. Lynn. So Carolyn instead of line, but I don't mind. Okay, Carolyn. Okay. No, it's always good to know. All right, I do like the green, but I need to lighten it up a little bit. So I'm going to just do that now. And then also correct the side of his face here. Lovely thing about gouache is that you can do this kind of thing. Oh, that should be lower. But this month, anybody can do whoever they want to do as well. If you're part of our Patreon or Substack, you will have gotten that Padlet, and you can add whoever you want to add. I'm trying to stay away from politicians. Like, it's so easy to share all this all this stuff for us about what's happening politically, but really want to try and put a positive spin on this month and celebrate people who are making people's lives happier and more pleasant. And I feel like by looking at David Hockney's work, everything becomes so much more pleasant. And just his approach to being creative. You will have got an email, Meryl. If you're part of Patreon, you definitely will have got an email because everybody else got an email. So I don't pick and choose who I send emails to, just so you know. Like, you will have got an email. Look up Blue Shine Art, unless maybe you deleted it by mistake. Just look for Blue Shine Art, all one word, and do a search, and it will have, you will have gotten it. I will try and help you after the live. I can't help you throughout the live, sorry, Meryl. And C says, I added photos, but if you choose one of them, please use any photo. Yes. That also is, people have been adding photos and adding names, so you can add and choose whoever you like. All right, while I'm here, I'm just going to get a shadow in for the shirt. Yeah, Meryl, it's on the Patreon page. Just scroll down. Oh, she found it. Good. But like I said, this, like, I know that you have people who are making a difference in your life, Meryl. So you can do, you know, whoever you feel like you want to do. That's also important, that these people resonate to you in your life, not just, you know, everyone's adding their own as well. I do like that crisp white shirt though. I'm not changing it now. I've made my decision. It's gonna have to be what it will be. I will put stripes on the blue though as well, because I like that. Okay, going back to his face. Take a smaller brush. going to be able to get my Mexico one done. I'll just be doing this one. That's okay. Esty says, hello, I added a picture of Hockney and Joni Mitchell. Today? I didn't see them. Where did you add them? Did you add them in within the like under their names? Because I added one under their names. I didn't see that, Esty. Thank you for adding. Okay, much too dark. It's too dark over here as well. Oh, just now, Esty said. She added just now a picture. Great. So there are lots of options. Oh, I love his little red cheeks. I want to get those in a little bit more pinky. Maybe not that pink. I may take out my hair dryer or my craft dryer and just dry this a little bit. Or maybe I'll just work on the background in between. Maybe I'll do that. I don't need to dry this right now. I can work on other places. Just getting some color on his face. It was a little bit flat. I think I made his face a little bit too squished as well. I'm going to bring the eyebrows up a little bit. There'll be a lot of back and forth play with this one because I really do want to get it looking like Hockney. Right now it does not look like Hockney. think I've got his eye too far over this side. I'm going to get his hair in. C says, I love your photo, SD, with Joni Mitchell. Really love both of them. Oh, I'll have to go and have a look. Thank you, SD. Okay, I'm going to get a stripe on his sweater because it is dry. And I'm going to use just a pencil to just look at where his, I don't think you can see this, but where his creases are in his sweater, and this is going to help me. I think I'm going to mix up a little bit more green because I can see I will need it. I have to go over these when they're dry. And then come over onto the other side. Make these a little bit thicker. And then one up here. Let's see the little edge. All right, I'm going to go back to the portrait. I think I may leave his cap like that for now. I go in with the lighter colors and just clean those shapes up. It's always much harder drawing and painting a figure everybody knows and recognizes. Maybe that was a little bit too dark underneath here. Reb says that's so true. I tried to draw Frida yesterday and it was garbage. LOL. I'm sure it wasn't garbage. I'm sure it turned out better than you thought. We're always very hard on ourselves as well. And get those glasses in, even if it's with this pink color, and then I can go over. I think that helped a lot. Carolyn says, Frida is hard. It's harder when you, yes, when you care. That is also true. Very good points. Okay, doesn't need to be that dark on this side of the nose, but it does need to be darker. And it needs to come down here a little bit more. So once you get things like glasses on, that really helps, because then you have a frame to kind of relate this the size of the eye or the size of the nose to make sure that you're not making it bigger than it is, or smaller in my case. What materials are you guys using? Anybody using acrylics or anybody just doing pencil? Let us know what you're using. Okay, I'm going to bring a little bit of this cap color with a little bit of the alizarin to give me a darker, nice dark brown. I think. Okay. So his eye actually needs to be raised. So I'm going to correct all that. Now his eye is too big, you can see. And let's do this one as well. To correct the glasses. I'm just looking where else can I put this really dark value, because it's not everywhere. And raise his ear slightly. And Natty says, Frida published a few works of literature, poems, and letters that were published in a book. She had a very interesting life, yes, she did. And Patricia said, at the time, the thought was fantastic, and then there was a bit of discussion between the brain and the hand, and don't know if the result was what I expected. Susan Kane, hi. He's looking very Hockney-esque. Slowly, slowly. I know we've only got 2 minutes, but I'll probably stay on for another 10 just to get him to a point where I'm okay with leaving him like that. Some definite darker areas that I need to get in. I need to find my little spray bottle because just reactivating these would be nice just to have a little bit of a spray so that I could reactivate them easier. Did you hear my stomach? That's my stomach. My stomach is growling. It's saying, you didn't feed me before you came down to paint. His ear may be a little bit too wide. This is where you start to mold the face to make it look more like the person. His eye I can see is too big. But that could just be the white of the eye that I haven't got right, the right shape. Or the glasses that are not big enough. This has to be raised a little. Keep seeing distances that are not right, and that changes everything. So gotta get those distances right. Thank you, everybody. And C says, looking forward, Patricia. I always love seeing your work. And thank you, Patricia and Carolyn. Bye, C. Have a good morning. Thanks, Leslie. That's all pretty bright on this side here. I think his glasses could be a little bit smaller on this side, so I may adjust those. Just take that away and then I'll add. And also I feel like I need to pull this down. Oh, so many adjustments. Let's get a little bit more yellow in this tone down here. A lot of times with portraits, you capture the person and then you lose them, and then you go back and you try and capture them again. Like, it's funny. I do like portraits for that reason, that you can lose something, you can lose the person and then get them back just by continuing working. Have a great day, C. I know I'm running into my overtime now. I need to work a little bit on my portraits not being so pink. A lot of my portraits become pink. Hockney would no doubt approve. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think he's very active on his social media. I'm sure he has people who do it all for him. But that's very sweet of you. That can be a little bit darker. All right, we're gonna take out the blue because, you know, need a little bit of color on this portrait. in the little areas. Hockney, Hockney. Yes, his digital work is incredible. Thank you, Reb. Bye, everyone. I know I'm still here. I'm going to give myself a few more minutes and then call it a morning for Hockney. If you're still here, thanks for sticking around. Sorry, these last little bits are always, they're always on the silent side as I just focus and see where it needs a little bit of help. I was going to put something behind him, but I'm not sure if I want to. I do want to just give his top a little bit of a glaze here where the shadows are. All right, I think that's it for Hockney. I'm just gonna sign it, and then I'll probably write in, don't know if this is gonna work on here. Thank you so much. Let's see if this doesn't, oh, it tears the paper a little bit, but it cleans it up for sure. You are welcome. Thank you, Maria. Thank you for joining, everybody. Tomorrow I will pick someone else to do a portrait of, and oh, it's very, very delayed. The image is super delayed. So there's my Hockney. Thanks everybody for joining. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.